What if I told you that by 2028, 15% of your daily work decisions will be made by AI without you even being involved? Not AI suggesting things, not AI helping you decide, but AI actually making the decisions and executing them autonomously. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into what Gartner had named the #1 strategic technology trend for 2025, which is called Agentic AI. And trust me, this is not just another AI hype cycle. This is the technology that's about to fundamentally change how we work, live, and interact with machines. Let's get into it. So first things first, what exactly is Agentic AI? Think about the AI tools you're using right now. For example, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, they're all what we call query and response systems. You ask a question, they give you an answer. You give them a prompt, they generate content. It's reactive. You are still the one in control, making all the decisions. Agentic AI completely flips this model on its head. These are autonomous AI systems that can plan multi-step tasks, make decisions on their own, and execute actions without waiting for human approval at every step. They don't just assist you, they can actually act on your behalf. Here's a real example. Instead of asking an AI to write an email to my team about the project delay, an agentic AI system could detect the delay on its own, analyze its impact, draft communications to the appropriate stakeholders, schedule a meeting, update the project timeline, and notify everyone that is affected, all without you lifting a finger. It's the difference between having a calculator and having a personal assistant who understands your goal and work autonomously to achieve them. The key capabilities that make this possible are autonomous planning, where the AI breaks down complex goals into actionable steps, contextual decision making, where it understands nuance and make judgment calls, tool use, where it can interact with multiple systems and APIs and learn from feedback, where it improves its performance over time based on the outcomes. You might be wondering, AI has been around for a while, so why is agentic AI suddenly the trend for 2025? The answer is convergence. Multiple technologies have matured simultaneously to make this possible. First, we've got large language models that can actually understand context and nuance. For example, ChatGPT 4, Claude, and others have proven that they can reason through complex problems in ways that earlier AI simply couldn't. Secondly, we've seen massive improvements in AI's ability to use tools and APIs. Modern AI can now write code, query database, control applications, and interact with digital world in sophisticated ways. Third, there's been breakthrough research in agent architectures, framework like AutoGPT, Longchain, and Microsoft's Copilot Studio have created the scaffolding that lets these autonomous agents actually work reliably. And finally, the business never has been greater. Companies facing labor shortages, rising costs, and increasing complexity, the organizations that can automate decision making intelligently are going to have a massive competitive advantage. According to McKinsey's research, investments in AI have increased sevenfold in 2025, with agentic system leading the charge. We're not talking about experiments anymore. We're talking about production deployments that are generating real business value. Let's talk about where this is actually being deployed right now, because this isn't science fiction. It's actually happening today. In healthcare, agentic AI systems are analyzing massive data sets for drug discovery. They can identify promising compounds, predict side effects, design clinical trials, and even optimize treatment protocols, running through millions of possibilities faster than a human team could. In financial services, autonomous agents are analyzing market trends in real time, assessing investment opportunities, and creating personalized financial plans. Some hedge funds are already using agentic systems that can make trading decisions based on complex market signals, news events, and historical patterns. In customer service, we're seeing the death of traditional call center. Agentic AI doesn't just answer questions, it can troubleshoot problems, process refunds, escalate escalate issues to the right department, and follow up to ensure resolution. It's handling the entire customer journey, not just one interaction. In logistics and supply chain management, autonomous agents are optimizing routes, predicting disruptions, rerouting shipments, negotiating with suppliers, and managing inventory, all in real time, adapting to change conditions faster than any human operations team could ever do. And in software development, agentic systems are starting to write, test, debug, and deploy code. Microsoft's Copilot agents and similar tools can take a feature request, break it down into tasks, write the necessary code, run tests, fix bugs, and even handle deployment with minimal human oversight. The pattern here is very clear. Anywhere you have complex decision making that involves multiple steps and requires synthesizing information from various sources, agentic AI is proving incredibly valuable. Now, I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't talk about the very real concern and challenges with this technology. So first, there's the control problem. When you give AI the ability to make decisions and take actions autonomously, what happens when it makes the wrong call? We've already seen examples of AI agents getting stuck in loops, making decisions that technically achieve a goal but violate common sense, or misunderstanding context in ways that cause real problems. Secondly, security becomes exponentially more complex. A system of autonomous modules introduces new attack vectors. If someone compromises an agentic AI system, they're not just stealing data, they're potentially gaining control of an autonomous agent that can take actions across your entire digital infrastructure. And third, there's the transparency challenge. When AI makes decisions autonomously, how do we audit these decisions? How do we ensure compliance with regulations? How do we explain to customers or regulations why a particular decision was made? And then there is the big one, job displacement. If 15% of work decisions are made autonomously by 2028, what happens to the people who used to make these decisions, right? We need to have a serious conversation about retraining, transition programs, and the future of work. The good news is that the industry is aware of these challenges. That's why AI governance platforms, which Gartner lists as second major trend for 2025, are being deployed specifically to manage, monitor, and control these agentic systems. So here's a $1 million question. How do you prepare for this shift? If you're a professional, start learning how to work with autonomous agents rather than just using AI tools. The most valuable skill in the coming years would not be doing tasks, it'll be knowing how to direct, oversee, and quality check the work of autonomous systems. Think less doer and more conductor of an orchestra. If you're a business leader, start identifying processes in your organization that involve complex multi-step decision making. These are your primary candidates for agentic AI implementation, but start small. Pilot projects, not company-wide rollouts, and invest heavily on governance frameworks from day one. If you're a developer, get hands-on with agentic frameworks, learn Longchain, AutoGPT, Microsoft's Copilot Studio, or similar platforms. Understanding how to build, deploy, and manage these systems is going to be one of the most in-demand skill over the next few years. If you're just a tech enthusiast, stay informed and experiment with the available tools. Products like Microsoft Copilot, Salesforce, Einstein agents, and other agentic platforms are becoming more accessible. Try them out, understand their capabilities and limitations, and think critically about these implications. The key insight is this. Agentic AI is not going to replace humans entirely. Instead, it's creating a new model of human-machine collaboration where AI handles routine decision makings and execution, freeing humans to focus on strategy, creativity, and complex problem solving that requires genuine judgment and emotional intelligence. So agentic AI, the number one tech trend of 2025, we're moving from AI as a tool to AI as an autonomous agent, from systems that help us to systems that act on our behalf. This is going to be one of the most transformative technological shifts of the decade. Within just 3 years, according to Gartner's predictions, 15% of daily work decisions will be made by these autonomous systems. That's not some distant future, that's around the corner. The question isn't whether it's coming, it actually is coming. The question is, will you be ready? If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into emerging technology, and drop a comment below. What's the first thing you would want an agentic AI to handle for you? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.